Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and my fellow toasters. Hopefully, y'all having a wonderful day or a good evening, and what have you. Don't worry about this. This is my cap. Keep my braids together, whatnot. Not my braids, but my rolls. Anyhow, you ain't gotta worry about that. Anyhow, y'all, I just want to jump on here real quick, y'all, because while the stove is hot and I was cooking a little earlier off my dome, I was just having a bit of a conversation with my stepfather just a few minutes ago. And I decided, you know what? Why is freshly on my mind? I want to give you all this real quick. Because I don't think there are a series of questions, I don't think, in terms of public conversation, is brought up. So I said to myself, you know what? Let me give y'all one. I was just discussing with my stepfather about this. And I asked him, and I'm going to ask y'all the same questions. And I'm going to give y'all the same answers that I gave him. And then my question was, what are some attributes that you possess that is warranted to be respected? Okay? And what I mean by that, y'all, is what qualities of life do you work towards and manage within your livelihood that other people can look and garner a sense of respect towards you as a person because you work towards and maintain these things? Example. I'm gonna give you three examples, y'all, from my person, right? That I gave him to give him an example. Because you know what he did? And I want y'all to avoid this if you can for yourself, right? Because it's easy to say, or it's simple to say, oh, I have a lot of qualities. That's not an answer. Or that's an answer, but it's a half-ass answer at best. And I simply asked him, okay, just give me one. Right? He just left. He just left a few minutes ago, and I told him, when you get back home, I want you to think of give me at least one. Give me at least one. And I said, you know what? While it's on my mind, let me give you three for an example. And I want you to again just process in your mind. Just try to figure out one. Now he gave me one after a little bit. He said, I'm older, and I told him, I see what you're trying to get at. That's not going to work. And I had to explain to him that just because you're old does not automatically mean you are pre-selective to have a sense of respect. Now, don't get it twisted, y'all. I've said this before and I'll say it again. Yes, we were brought up with we want to respect our elders, which I'm not going to say I'm against. But here's the thing. With the premise of that, I have to take that step further and let me know, like, just because you're my elder does not automatically mean you are garnered a sense of respect that you want to demand. Because that's the thing. Respect shouldn't have, or let's say this, a particular threshold of respect that you want to be met with is not, don't automatically assume everyone should give it to you at that particular threshold. Don't assume that because now you're just being an ass. You get what I'm saying? That makes sense. But anyhow, y'all, I'm going to give y'all three attributes that I possess, that I work towards to manage and maintain in my life, that is warranted to be given respect. Now, everyone may not respect these qualities. That's fine. But I do acknowledge and recognize these are qualities of life. People can garner a sense of respect. That's ultimately the essence of the question. So number one is honesty. But here's an important thing, and I just want to break each one down real quick. Now, with honesty, let me see here. With honesty, you're not always going to garner, again, respect because not all people, but there's a good portion of people of life, no matter what time frame you ever look at it or what road that you're going down with, there are people who are not going to like the truth. Or let's say this. They like the truth, but there's a depth within that truth they can't stomach. And sometimes you have to navigate and understand there's a time and there's a place where when you speak of truth, there's a certain depth within that truth that you can go that where most people can follow you, but only a select few of people, maybe not even in your lifetime, are able to really get to the root of. That's just something you have to come to accept. So anyhow, I'm going to give you the second one, y'all. What was my second one? I was started thinking about the ones I was just off the top of my head. I'm trying to remember them specifically. what was the oh, okay. Third one is I am empathetic. Now let me make something clear, y'all, what I mean by that. Because I don't want people confusing that with, are you saying you're an empath? I wouldn't say I'm not an empath, quote unquote, but I don't want that to seem like that gets to my head. And what I mean by that, y'all, is this. In essence, to be empathetic to somebody does not mean you have to agree with what they're doing or how they carry themselves. But can you strive to understand why they carry themselves? Can you strive to understand why they do the things that they do? At the very least, yes, you can. Because at the end of the day, y'all, and I said this before and I'll say it again, no matter what, at the end, at the end of the day, y'all, we only have each other. So you know what? Why try to make this life more of a living hell than it has to be? To me, it doesn't make no fucking sense. So I say, fuck that. Let me try to understand exactly where this person's coming from, because most likely I'm going to engage other people like them in some capacity. So that prompts me to try to engage the conversation with them much better than I did before, and gaining that experience. And that's something people can at least strive to respect. Because it's like, you know what? At the very least, we can agree to disagree, but we're not disagreeable with each other. And again, that's something worth garnering respect. Third one I'm gonna give y'all is, and oh, real quick, y'all, before I end the video off this last one, I generally want to pose the same question to you guys. And again, at least give me one. Give me one quality or one particular attribute that you've worked towards, that you have leveled up essentially to get to the point where you have seen with your own eyes, within proximity from you, what have garnered you respect. Just give me one. If you want to do more than one, that's fine by me, but at least think about one and share with me in the comment section down below. But last one I'm going to give y'all is, I'm trying to remember, what was the last one I told them? Well, it'll have to be that one. In fact, let me give y'all another one I can think of. Okay. I guess you could say possess a good work ethic. I guess that's a good one. That's a good one you can give one. And let me make something clear, y'all, because I have said this before, y'all, and I'll say it again. When I say have a good work ethic, I'm not saying break your fucking back for someone who don't give a fuck about you. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is this. You understand, you recognize there's a time and a place where you need to push that extra effort, not necessarily solely for your benefit, but for those around you. Like, for example, if someone said to you, come up to you and say, hey man, I would have been an emergency, could you cover this shift for me? Most likely, they're not just coming to you because they assume, for the most part, you're going to do it. They have confidence within you, and they respect the fact that you're willing to take upon that extra weight on your shoulder, not just because you're trying to be nice, but because you could be understanding and empathetic towards their plight. And obviously, if you have a good rapport with that person, then at the very least they say to themselves, you know what, I got you next time. Or if that is a key moment in their lives that they want to garner a further threshold within your relationship, especially if it's in an environment you're going to work towards in the long term. Like, for example, let's say in the realm of, I'm trying to think, what's a good example of this? Okay, say with marketing. You may be in a position right now where, pardon me, y'all. And granted, I understand, and hold on, y'all, before I go any further in this, I do understand, y'all, that any position in life, you're going to deal with people who could be cutthroats. So I'm not saying that cannot be avoided, or that you're going to have people who try to take advantage of you in that position. So I understand that. But you also, to balance that out, y'all, you do have people who are not cutthroats. You do have people who recognize and generally want to build a good rapport with someone, but also they also kind of like low-key want to test the ringer and see, okay, how far of a, I guess like a teammate, for lack of a better word I can think off the top of my head, or a partner, future partner possibly you could be in the future. Are you reliable? Are you reasonable? Are you logical? Oh, that's the one I was thinking about. But y'all probably get the gist of what I'm getting at. But again, those are just three I just named right off the top of my head, and I could go with more. But like I said, y'all, that's probably where I'm going to end the video. And again, I want to encourage you guys, give me at least one. Just think of one. And you got time on your hands, I'm pretty sure. Thankfully, this video's not going to go on too long. But again, probably in the midst of watching this, again, just think about it. And in fact, if you just want to use the ones that I just named, that's perfectly A-OK. And in fact, to go just a little further, if you guys don't mind, again, just giving an example of where you have seen someone respect you because of those things, because of that particular attribute. Just give an example off the top of your head, be it from or even like an example from a friend of yours, someone in close proximity to you. That's probably okay as well. But anyhow, y'all, with all that being said, I'll catch y'all later. And don't forget, y'all, I do stream and whatnot. Again, I'm going to leave all that in the description box down below. But all that being said, y'all, I will catch y'all later. Peace out. Ain't done now. Love y'all. Namaste. 4 kisses. And I'll catch y'all in the next vid. Bye. Oh, is there anything else? Oh, I do have Twitter, y'all. Again, I'm going to link that all down there. Anything else I need to tell y'all? Anything else? No, I think that's good. I think that's it. But anyhow, y'all.